Second Esdras 5:1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakach Badash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Hearken, pushing his gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Lord willing, fall upon their houses. So Brother Quanah Watts come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. Lord will, it is edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. But as you see right here, I have on, it's reclaimthenet.org. It says Irish Online Safety Code would give media regulatory authority to punish video platforms for videos that indirectly lead to harm. And I had found this article from another article, and I wanted to go directly to, the source, and get it from there. So I pulled this up. But this is heavy, right? Ultimately going into persecution, man, right? Just showing you how much closer, right, we are to that, right? For those that are, preaching and teaching this word in the name of Yahweh, in the name and the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and that persecution is coming down the pipe, right? It says advocacy group Free Speech Ireland has issued a civil rights alert as the country's authorities are working to introduce the Irish Online Safety Code that seems to be, at least in part, inspired by the UK's hugely controversial Online Safety Act, right? Which is ultimately everything that, that we're about to read, right? And that we're reading currently, right? All these different acts and, different laws and bills that, we've seen right over the past few years, right? Really, things have been playing in the background, right? Going back to the Patriot Act, going back to, and so on and so forth. All these different bills that were slid in, under our noses. All these things ultimately led, and are leading to, the removal, of the Israelites in this truth, man. It says, for example, although at first glance much smaller in scope, one point from the proposal is reminiscent of the Online Safety Act's legal but harmful doctrine. It is punishing online platforms, specifically video ones, for content that indirectly leads to harm. They're ultimately, to a certain degree, are ultimately going to paint a picture, right, of what they're talking about. But really, we're talking about video platforms, right? So BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, right? X, or formerly, whatever they, Twitter, I guess, and then as well as other, video platforms, right? They're labeling them all in there, right? It says one of the ways such harm will be interpreted is even if a video does not contain content of the kind, comments to it are branded as hateful. In other words, it is a platform liability for third-party content. The regulation would treat it as indissociable from user-generated video. So basically, because you post, a video, right, and you might not be, spreading what they're calling, hateful content, but you're ultimately stirring up the minds, right, of those who watch your video to have them, basically thinking or talking, some type of way, right? Well, then you're gonna get in trouble, man. Your video is gonna get taken down. It says one of the consequences is absurd, right? It says, as Free Speech Ireland notes, to protect themselves, video platforms would have to censor user content that is not even regarded as harmful under the code. And then it gives you basically like a picture, of the code. I guess we can get it. We don't have too much more to read, but we'll just go ahead and grab it. Then we'll grab a few precepts, right? We'll read the code, and then we'll grab some precepts, right? It says the code. It says 3.3 or 3.3.1. User-generated content indissociable from user-generated videos. The proposed definition of content includes both user-generated videos and other user-generated content that is indissociable from user-generated videos. Right, so this could include, for instance, descriptions of a video or comments on it from the uploader or other users. Right, it says industry respondents to the call of inputs suggested that the code should not cover user-generated content apart from videos themselves. This position was not supported by civil society organizations and other respondents. Commission Namin considers that harm caused by a user-generated video includes harm generated by other users' videos. It's like other user-generated content that is indissociable from the video. For instance, a video depicting a famous member of an ethnic minority might not be harmful in itself, but would indirectly lead to harm if it attracted comments that incited to hatred or violence. So just because somebody, ultimately, puts out their opinion or whatever, now they're going to strike the video, right? Because they ultimately, it planted that seed in someone's mind, right, to even think like that, This is the the steps that Esau Edom is ultimately taking, to try to stop this word, And we can stop reading that. I just wanted to read this a little bit, but we can grab some precepts. I want to grab this in Amos. Amos chapter 8, and we'll start at verse 11. It's, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's exactly what's coming down the pipe with these different, bills and acts and so on and so forth, right? That are being passed and introduced, right? All these things are gonna, ultimately, make it to where brothers ain't gonna be able to post on YouTube or any, of these social media sites or whatever, because of all these restrictions, and hell, who knows, right? There's all, been talk about, EMP strikes as well. They even put it in that movie. What movie is that? Slacky, it ultimately slipped my mind, man. I had a movie in mind, but there's plenty of movies, man. American Blackout, right? That's a good one, right? You can look that up. I don't think it's on any of the many, the major, movie streaming sites, but I'm pretty sure you can look it up on like Google or something, man. American Blackout movie, But yeah, this is all coming, man. And that's gonna again lead to the famine of the word, right? And Esau coming down, nabbing up, those who are speaking against this society, right? Because that's prophesied to happen too, And matter of fact, we'll come back to this, but we'll go to that real quick, right? Luke chapter 21 and verse 12. It says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So again, it's Yahushua, right, telling the disciples, man, that this is what's ultimately going to happen. That persecution is going to come. And it happened many times, when you're reading the book of Acts, right, how the disciples were, constantly persecuted, and it's going to happen again in this time, man, to those, again, that are, walking in the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, speaking this truth, man, revealing this damn devil and his agenda, right? So Esau, again, he's going to turn off, the internet, possibly before they make it, almost impossible for, brothers to do videos, right? And then might be a possible EMP strike, man, to solidify that. We never know, man. Scripture say we know in part, we prophesy in part. We know that a bad time is coming. We know that those same, plagues that were put upon ancient Egypt are going to happen upon modern day Egypt, man. And part of that is what? A blackout, man. And great death coming, right? And that's why it started out with 2 Esdras 5:1, right? That people are going to be taken in great number, right? A lot of death is going to happen, right? And then the way of truth shall be hidden, right? There's going to be a famine of word, right? This is all what's coming down the pipe, man. And you people really need to take heed, right, to what's being said and what's being spoken unto you, man. Right? Because as it says, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. you know. But those that don't have it, man, they're going to be, basically walking around in darkness, man, literally, you know. Because we look at ancient Egypt, you know, the Israelites, what they were protected, man. You know, they had light, right? But if you were outside, a Wisdom of Solomon, 17 and 18, chapter 17 and 18 ultimately go into that, man. You know what it was like. Go and read that, right? Apparitions, it being pitch black, you can't see your hand in front of you. They were in darkness, man. And that's exactly how these people are going to be, without this truth, man. Right? Which is the light. Let's go back to Amos chapter 8, and we'll continue on in verse 12. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea and from north even to the east, right? Looking for that light, but they're not going to be able to find it, right? It says, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai shall not find it. There you go, right? The Lord said it best, man. You're not going to be able to find it, man. Right? It says, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst, right? Because they're not going to, again, right? This word is likened it to fountains of living water, man. And this is how, this is how you live, man. Right? It's by drinking of that water, man. That life source, right? Because, 2/3 of our people out here, man, are dead, man. Right? They're dehydrated, And we know if you ultimately, if you don't drink water for a long period of time, well, guess what, man? You're dead. You'll end up dying, man. You die of dehydration, And again, 2/3 of our people, right? 2/3 of the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Because they don't want to take heed to this word, and they're ultimately dead, man, right? And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, we're telling them, speaking really to the elect, because only the elect are gonna take heed to this word, man, right? And telling them who? Telling them what? The elect will do what, man? Take heed to this word, right? Drink this water, man. Drink this water, See, it's going to lead to life, man. I want to grab this as well. We'll probably close out here. This is Isaiah chapter 55, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Right? Because this word, right? Because this is what it's talking about, right? This word, right? Taking heed to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, and guess what? It's free, right? Freely have received, freely give, man. As the scriptures say, man. And guess what? Hey, you can find this, on YouTube, man. Just type it in, right? Great Millstone, It's free. It's easy. There's videos breaking it down for you, right? You ain't gotta go and all you gotta do is just take heed and study, and be built up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, man. The path has already been laid. All you have to do is just walk it, Verse 2, it says, wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, nor labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight in itself in fatness. That's right, man. Hearken diligently unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, because that's the whole point of the lesson, right? It's to hearken unto the Lord, because we see everything coming down the pipe, right? We see, Jacob's trouble coming, right? We're seeing the famine of the word coming. We're seeing, World War III coming, And then really the only thing you can do in this time is take heed to what the Lord is saying, because everything that he's saying, he's saying to, out of mercy, out of love, warning you, telling you, hey, this is what you got to do, right, in order to avoid the judgment that's coming, But again, 2/3 are not going to listen, man. They are that, that disobedient child that's ultimately going to be put to death, man. Verse 3, it says, incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. And that's exactly what we need, right? We need the sure mercies of David, man, right? Because that will lead, to us, being, delivered, right, from the evils that are coming, right? And I actually want to end it with this, right? Because in Proverbs, the first chapter, the very last verse, it says, "What? But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil." And that's that's the point, man. That's what we need, right? Because great evil is coming, right? So take heed to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai before it's too late. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem. Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone. Till next time, I say shalom.